All right. So we'll give this a moment for people to get settled in. I got to show this shirt though first. I like it. Obviously, this shirt was a shirt that was sent to me by one of my subscribers. So we're going to be talking about, are we at the breaking point? Okay. We're going to get into that in a moment. But before we get started, I want to talk about, I want to remind everybody if we have any issues with the stream whatsoever, that I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So just be patient and I will get back on as soon as I possibly can if there's any kind of issues technically and all that good stuff. Also, I want to remind everybody that this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. So I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness, and just be decent to each other. Let's make this a nice, clean chat and have fun. If you cannot abide by those rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue, we'll give you the boot because we're not going to tolerate it. All right. So thank you ahead of time for your discretion in being a decent human being. So, all right, being at the breaking point. So what I want to really going to go over something really briefly here to start out tonight. I want to talk about the situation in Tennessee and what it's looking like from what the information, obviously, that we're all receiving is that the gentleman that did this blew himself up in that van, which makes no kind of sense. There's no rational thought to that whatsoever. I don't understand it. I really, truly do not understand it. Now, I'm sure that when they went to his house, I'm sure there was some kind of something written down, some, manifesto or the reasons why in his mind he did what he did and stuff like that. So this is going to tie into what I wanted to talk about tonight about the breaking point. So you have this individual, for whatever reason, decided he's going to go in front of this building and blow this thing up. He gets there at 1:30 in the morning. He gets on the speakers and lets people know, hey, there's a bomb. It's going to blow up. Get people out of here, evacuate the area. So, I mean, he wasn't looking to do maximum casualties, where your average bomber that wants to blow something up is going to try to take as many people with them as they possibly can. So, reporters just gave away his house and other. Oh yeah, it was like a month ago. Yes, a month ago he quick deeded his house to some lady in California. Yeah. Well, so obviously he had a plan. Here's the thing, and this is kind of interesting to think about. Okay, so because obviously this is suicidal thinking, right? When you have people, especially men, and they've decided they're going to end it, all right, they've made the decision they're going to commit suicide. There's no turning back. First of all, they don't talk about it with anybody. They don't sit down and discuss it with their friends and say, hey, you know what, I'm having these thoughts, blah, 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 blah. They don't do that. When men make up their mind that they're going to kill themselves, they do it. That's unfortunate. It is how it goes, though. Now, a lot of times you'll see a lot of women, and this is no disrespect against the ladies on here, but a lot of times women's suicide attempts are more of a cry for attention. And if you say I'm wrong, that's fine. I've been in nursing forever. I know how it is, okay? A lot of ladies that attempt to commit suicide, they're doing it for a cry for attention. Again, when men decide that they're going to do it, they just do it. They don't diddle-dally around. They're not going to talk to nobody. They're just going to do it. Now, if they want help, okay, they're going to reach out to somebody. If they're having those thoughts and they want help, then they're obviously going to reach out. But the reality is, and obviously this gentleman gave away his house and his property like a month beforehand. So yeah, he definitely had a plan. But again, the whole thing comes down to is the why. All right. So let's talk about. There was a call that said gunshots. Yeah. So maybe he shot himself ahead of time. I mean, who knows? I mean, there's no saying. It just like I said, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Bryce is saying the Dominion voting machines were being delivered there at AT&T. I've heard that. I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat something that I'm not sure of, but I did hear that AT&T to get the contract to check the machines and stuff like that. But again, I don't know if that's the case there. What I want, like I said, let's talk about the breaking point. What was the breaking point like for this gentleman? What was it? What brought him to this conclusion at 63 years of age? He's decided, okay, screw this. I'm going to make this major statement, if you will, by blowing this up. Why? Okay. A lot of times you're never going to know the reason why. But I do believe that with everything that is going on right now in our society, there's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and you got to I want people to understand this, especially the ladies on here. If there's a man in your household, and now that don't mean he's always the head of the household. I get it, but a man feels like he is the head of the household. Okay, it's his responsibility. It is his job to provide and take care of his family. That's the way of thinking. Lucy, no, go, no, sorry. Um, That's the way of thinking. All right. And so, Lucy, no. I said, go on now. Go lay down. Um, so what happens is when a man can't provide that protection, safety, safe harbor, providing for his family and his children, he feels like a failure. That's the reality. You may say no, 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 but as a man, again, I know for myself, from my own thinking, I'm very old school in my thinking, and it was my job to provide for my family, to take care of my family, and I always did, because that was important to me. I'm obviously still doing that. My daughter's in college, and I'm helping her with that as well, and that's what you do. That's what we're here for. That is our job. I want my daughter to have a great life, and if I can do anything that I can do to help that go in the right direction, that's what I'm going to do. But when you can't do that, that is, you feel like a failure. Your self-worth goes down the toilet. And with everything going on, hey, Red Wolves 2015, I think we're going to see an increase in crime. Oh, hold on a second. When people start getting evicted, desperate people are going to do desperate things. We're going to get into that a little bit more in this stream too. We're going to talk about that. Thank you very much for the donation, and thank you for the statement. We will definitely get into that in a little bit later in this stream, because that all ties into this whole thing. So you're having people, like I said, if they can't provide, it's a very stressful time. And so people are going to end up doing a lot of desperate things. You're going to see, and it's already happened, you've seen an increase in suicides already. Stress is a terrible, terrible thing. That pressure is a terrible thing. And when you can't take care of the things that you feel, it's not a matter what other people think or how they perceive it. It's how you feel. If you can't take care of the things like you should, the way that you feel that you should, that's a lot of pressure on people. And a lot of people cannot handle that. And so they look for an out. Some of them are going to go out with a bang. Maybe that was this guy's thing. He wanted to go out with a bang. I don't know. I'm speculating on him because I don't know. Okay. But at the same time, he wasn't looking to kill other people. He very easily could. He could have absolutely done it on a Monday morning. First thing, when everybody was going to work, he chose not to, and so we'll never understand where his mind was. Even if he has some kind of manifesto or written agenda of what he was putting out there, of why he did what he did. And and just because if he did do that, it doesn't mean the FBI is going to share it with us. They may just want to keep people thinking, why and the what ifs. But there's a lot of stress on a lot of people right now with the whole unemployment thing ending, with the fact that you're going to be seeing a lot of evictions very soon, foreclosures very soon. That's a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on people. So what are the options? What can they do? And so this is what we need to really think about. And I want people to think about this in a couple ways, because this is serious stuff. When people snap, they're either going to do self-harm just take themselves out, go commit suicide and do that, or they're going to take others with them because they want to make some kind of a statement. They want some kind of, here I am and this is why I did what I did type of stuff. Okay. That happens a lot. It really, really does, unfortunately. So before we get further into this, we got 1,200 people already in the stream. We're at 335 on a thumbs up. I'm going to ask you to shoot a thumbs up if you have not done so. Again, Craig says he just signed the $600 stimulus bill. Did he? I don't know. If anybody can verify that, just let me know, because I hadn't heard anything about it yet. But again, if you haven't shot a thumbs up, I'd ask you to do that to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm, so the more interaction that we have, stop. The more interaction that we have, the better off for the channel, so thank you for that reason as well. And of course, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So I would ask you to do it for that reason as well, and thank you. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well, and thank you very much for doing that. So since she's right here in my lap, let's do this really quickly. Little tiny petite Hella. Are you a little baby puppy? You're going to be a big clodhopper is what you're going to be. She is so uncoordinated right now because she's growing so much. Okay, down. Because she's growing like a weed. That dog is, she's going to be big. No, down. No. Got to give him the hand. So, anyway, lots of stress on people. A lot of people will act irrational the way that they're going to deal with stuff. We're at a breaking point. Absolutely, we're at a breaking point. When you have as many people coming off the unemployment rolls with no end in sight, with not knowing what's going to happen. Yeah, I saw Angry Prepper did do a warning for New York. He was being told, because he's a firefighter, that they were telling him that there may be attacks in New York as well. So that's not a good thing either. Let's see. Did anybody else? They said Trump's going to sign the bill. Is he going to sign it? I don't know. I don't know if somebody's just coming on here being a jerk off or not. Not saying that you are. I'm just saying I don't know. I hadn't seen anything that indicated that he was going to sign it. Because why would he delay then? You know? Why would he delay? It doesn't make any sense. And then just go ahead and sign it. Richard said Trump just signed the bill. Did he? If he did, that's ridiculous. Now, some people are saying yes. I'm going to have to check on that later. No, some of the other people are saying no, he hasn't signed it. Okay. Well, good news on the COVID relief bill, information to file. That's from his tweet. Okay. All right. Well, then we're just gonna have okay. I don't think, you know what, he shouldn't sign it. And again, I'm just giving you my opinion, and everybody out there that is affected, the 14 million people, I'm not saying that because I want you not to get your money. That's not why I'm saying it. It is all the other pork in there that is in that no press releases yet. Okay, people are just jumping in here saying that then. Well, then whatever. Again, more games, but that's okay. I hope he doesn't. I hope he stands firm and they get the pork out of the bill, get that all out of there. We don't need to be sending money all over the place for ridiculous crap. Okay. So yeah, it's not signed yet. Okay. Just somebody's on here trying to play games. That's nice. So JJ, if that guy keeps coming on here and saying it's signed, just go ahead and block him out of here because we don't need it. Okay. So anyway, just let's just get rid of that. So, because I'm not going to deal with that again. So anyway, lots of stress, lots of pressure. There's more coming. Okay. When people are in a desperate situation, they're going to do desperate things. Talking about the crime going up. Okay. You're going to see more crime because people are going to have to provide for their families. They're going to have to. Okay. So you're going to see a lot more people doing, you're going to see a lot of people doing a lot of bad things, unfortunately, Now, Not good. Not good at all. Moving forward, I have a lot of concerns. Now, what I was going to say, again, like with Angry Prepper talking about that they got a warning that there may be attacks down in the cities and stuff like that. I would recommend people not getting into large crowds. Don't get out there and put yourself in a situation where you can be a target. And when I say a target, you could be just an innocent person in the crowd, and some lunatic decides to blow it up, let's say, and then not warn anybody ahead of time like this other guy did. These things can happen. Sometimes people want to go out with a bang, unfortunately, and they're going to do whatever they can do. Been selling furniture, jewelry, and household items to keep the bills paid. I totally understand it. I understand that. This is a lot of rough times for a lot of people. Very, very rough times, and it's sad, unfortunately. But that's the reality, unfortunately, of what is going on. Some people will handle it well, and some people will not. Stress, crazy people, people, that are on heavy duty medications, heavy medications, mental disorders, and stress do not go well together. Okay. Not at all. So you're looking at a lot of problems with that. And again, there's a lot of unstable people out there. Hey, Orlando 55009. There's a documentary called The Plot Against America that, hold on a second, that you are in. Couldn't find a way to contact you personally, but I wanted you to know. Oh, was that the one where they were talking about false information and I was on there? I was right after, oh my God, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Alex Jones? I think it was Alex Jones. I was either just before or just after Alex Jones. And it was like a little blurb that they threw in there, and I thought that was funny. But what I said to people are like, oh, that's really negative press. And I was like, well, yeah, but there's no such thing as negative press. I just thought it was funny. I mean, because they basically took one sentence that I said and tried to basically base what my thought process was on that one thing. And I just thought that was funny. But that is the news media. That's what they do. So it's heartbreaking to see the devastation caused by the so-called health and safety mandates. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of issues going on, guys. A lot of things. But anyway, I wanted to really quickly, I want to get this out of the way. I want to talk about my website really quickly. And I really want to talk about Forefathers, the new CBD and hemp store I'm working with. So if you go to my website, preparedness1.com, okay, we have the Forefathers. It's a CBD and hemp store. They do specials every month, so they have a product every month, a special of the month. I will let you guys know when whatever the January's thing is going to be. I'll let you know that ahead of time. Hey, stop. Leave the kitties alone. They do not want to play with you. But they have CBD and hemp products are really, really good. There's a lot of uses. They help with a ton of things. So definitely take advantage of that, okay? If you decide to go to my website, preparedness1.com, you'll see their logo, Forefathers. You click on that, it will take you to their website. If you decide to make a purchase, do not forget, because some people have forgotten, to put in the discount code PrepperNurse1. Make sure you put your discount code in. It'll save you 15% on your purchase, okay? Also on my website, we have the Legacy freeze-dried foods as well, which is, if you go to my website, preparedness1.com, you click on store, it'll drop down, it'll say Legacy. We have the freeze-dried food. It's a great option for long-term food storage. I keep it in my own preps as well. I've showed you guys. I have it right here because that was the best place that I could keep it. Once I get my addition, I'm going to have a room for all my preps, but, well, some of them, I should say, not all of them. But anyway, yeah, CBD is always good to have. There's a lot of different uses that a lot of things that it helps with. And again, if you have any questions, call the store directly. They will help you. If you're looking for a certain thing to get, they will help you. They're really, really good about that. So definitely do that, okay? Also, again, with the Legacy, it's freeze-dried food, long-term food storage. Definitely take advantage of that. That should be something that should be in our preps as well. All right. Also, hold on one second, guys. Heather, I'm doing my stream right now. I'll call you back when I'm done.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot about it.
That's okay. I love you.
Love you too.
All right, bye. So see, first of all, I forgot to kill my volume, which I just did, and that was Heather, obviously. What do we got here? Viking Prepper. I would call it a boiling point, not a breaking point. We have been turning up the heat for some time, and I'm starting to see steam. Yeah, you know what? I to a point I agree with that, but I think we're really close to a breaking point. So people keep saying that he signed the bill. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. I want to see. Nope, I just got a thing on here. He signs the bill. Well, what a waste. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So they're going to give all that money. They're going to give all that money to these other countries for ridiculous stuff. We're going to give $1 billion to the Smithsonian, which is closed, by the way, right now. Okay. We're giving $40 million to the Kennedy Center, which is also closed right now. Makes no sense. The garbage pork bill. Yep. JJ, I just saw a thing come through from Yahoo that he did sign it. So there was 2 different bills. No, they were tied together. I think they were tied together. Yes, I did not believe some people on here when they said that he signed. Well, other people were telling me that he didn't. I don't know. We're gonna. Well, if he signed it, it's the biggest atrocity going. If he signed it, it's ridiculous. If he signed it, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm not for him signing that at all. We'll have to see. I'll look into it more after the stream. But if that's the case, it's ridiculous. So Trump hasn't tweeted it. Okay, well, he signed a bill. Oh, he signed a bill to keep the shutdown from occurring. All right, well, that would make sense. But that doesn't mean he signed the other one. I'm gonna have to get the information, guys, because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna speculate and then start talking about something that I really don't know. To keep the government running only. That's what he signed. Okay. So he didn't sign the other one. Okay. So he only signed the provision to keep the government running, not the stimulus part. That's what people are saying in the chat. So we're going to have to wait and see. If that's the case, we'll have to look at that, you know. Okay, we're going to have to see, because like I said, if he signed that stimulus, that would be a travesty if that was the case. I could understand him signing the one to keep the government going, but not the other one. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but we'll look into it. So anyway, let's now we're like all on this whole thing about that. But again, with the AP News said Trump signed a $900 billion stimulus and spending bills. Oh, if he did, that is just ridiculous. But again, I need to verify it for sure. People are saying he signed both. Channel 32 News said he signed the bill on the shutdown. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look into it after the stream. I'm not gonna get into it. We're not gonna talk about it right now because I don't know all the information, obviously, so I don't want to speculate ahead of time. But what I will ask for, since we have 1,600 people in the chat, we're at 644 and a thumbs up. I will ask for showing support for me. How about that? If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to do that, please. And thank you ahead of time. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more thumbs up, the more interaction that we have, the better it is, and they push us higher in the algorithm pushes us higher up. So I would ask for that reason as well. And of course, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So thank you for that reason as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get more all notifications as well. So last thing I want to talk about my website, and we'll get off of that and we'll move on to something else. We have the Prepper Nurse One community on my website at preparedness1.com. It's a thing that we set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people. So definitely take advantage of that as well. It is free to join, does not cost anything. You do have to sign up, but no credit card information is asked. It is private. You just can't come in and look and see. So definitely take advantage of that as well. So just you guys are going to have to give me a minute because I don't know if you heard Buddy over here hollering to go out. He wants to go out, so give me 1 second. I know, I heard you. No, hell, you're not going out right now. You can go out after the stream. You can go out afterwards. All right. All right, so... yeah, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, and Buddy just went out. There was 4 cats in my room and 3 dogs. I got Miss Pandora is right here. Hella is on her bed, and Caesar was by the door. They're like, it's like children. They want to be around you all the time. So that's okay though. So wondered what that noise was. Yeah, she's just letting me know that she wanted to go out, or he wanted to go out. They're so funny. So you tired of the snow? You know what? Okay, so like today, I'll give an example. Okay, the other day it was 17, 18 degrees up here. I don't mind the cold like that. I really don't. But when the wind is blowing, which it was that particular day, it just makes it suck that much worse because it bites through you. It makes it that much colder with the wind chill. It just absolutely sucks when it's like that. Now today, we were in the low 30s, maybe we hit 35, 36 degrees today. The sun was actually out for a while. No wind. That's not bad. I can deal with that. Okay. But, you know, we'll have time periods where, you know, we have great weather. And then, you know, even in the winter, you're going to have good days, you know, but when it gets really bitterly cold and that wind is blowing, it is not fun. Hold on a second. Let me just see what JJ was saying here. Unreliable news sources reporting that your chicken laid 2 eggs. Can we get a confirmation of that? Oh my God, that is funny. I thought you were saying something else. That is freaking hilarious. Yeah, we're like I said, we're gonna have to see what they're saying. We're gonna have to. I don't know if he signed it or not. Let's put it like this: if he did, let's speculate a minute. If he did sign it, it's a travesty because why wait then? Why did he wait and play games if he went ahead and signed it? That would be ridiculous. So, you know, but anyway. All right, let's do this real quick. We'll get the egg count out of the way because people are already talking about eggs all over the place here. So let's do the egg count really quickly. What does everybody think that the chickens laid today? So let's do that really quick. All right, guys, if you have the same guess as Jen Boyles with 3 eggs, then you are correct. We ended up with 3 eggs today. Not a lot. Yesterday, I think we ended up with 1 yesterday. So 3 eggs today was where we were at. But yeah, as far as the whole thing with the Bills, guys, I'm going to have to check all that later, you know. But if he signed both, then it's a disgrace, in my opinion. That's just, I could understand keeping the government going, but the other one, no, because there's too much pork in it. There's absolutely way too much pork. So, yeah, you guessed right. Hey, you know what? Yeah, winner chicken dinner. Woohoo! You won. Guess what you've won by guessing correctly? Absolutely nothing. Congratulations. Oh my God. But yeah, it's fun. You know what? Day to day, you don't know. What I am noticing is my younger hens are the ones that are consistently laying right now because they just started laying not that long ago. So Foxy Nitty Gritty RV Life said, I'd be disappointed to hear if he signed it. I would be too, because I think it would be a shame if he did. But again, awesome mug. Mountain Girl got that for me a while ago. Love this mug. I will drink my tea in this mug in the halls of Valhalla one day, or mead. I'll drink mead. That'd even be better. But so anyway, guys, it's just a government funding bill. Okay, that's what people are saying now. Well, like I said, we're going to have to see if he signed the government funding bill. Great, but the other one he should absolutely not sign. Let's go over why, number one, he shouldn't sign that bill to start with. Okay. They gave a 5,500 page, I think it was 555, okay, page to the congressmen, to the senators, 2.5 hours before they were supposed to vote on it. Okay. There was, I think, Southern Prepper One said his representative from his state wasn't even there and had somebody else vote yes, whatever they wanted to vote in proxy for him. And he wasn't even there when they did the vote. I saw that he had posted that. I mean, that's insanity. Okay. So they weren't even looking at it. They had no idea what was in it. And you got to understand the problem, in my opinion, okay, you knew this date was coming. You knew this run out was coming. All of them did. The Senate, the Congress, all of them knew it was coming. Now, a lot of the blame, in my opinion, falls squarely on Nancy Pelosi's shoulders. She was playing games. She was trying to run the clock out, trying to make Trump look as bad as she possibly could. I get it, okay? But that, at the expense of the American people, this is not a game for the American people, okay? The American people need to be thought about way before whatever your political bias is in whatever situation. But again, so they had no time to go over this to see what was in it or what was not in it. And then it overwhelmingly passes in the Senate, overwhelmingly passes in the House. And very few of them said no, they weren't going to sign it because they didn't have time to read it. You know, so again, you know, that's not right. That is absolutely not right. And it should, you know, it should be, you know, hopefully he didn't sign it. So, well, like I said, I will have to look. You know, yeah, you heard the other two over here, Caesar and Pandora. Not Pandora. I mean Caesar and Hella. And I think Caesar was putting her in her place. So they were playing hard. All of them were playing hard earlier. So I was trying to get them played out before the stream so that they would calm down and go to sleep when I did the stream. So, but you know, it's a shame. It's if they passed it, it's a disrespect for our children, to our grandchildren. You know, they're not looking out for the American people. They're not. They really aren't. And people are going to say, "Oh, yes, they are," but no, they're not, because it shouldn't have been filled with all this pork and all this other crap in there. It should not have been. You know. So, but 600 will not save people from eviction. Not enough money to catch up. You're right. Exactly. And again, the stress that's going on with people right now, because at some point, okay, let's say this was signed, that only extends things through March. That's it. Only extends it through March. And then you're going to be in the same freaking boat again as far as the unemployment and everything else. And these people are going to be in the same exact boat once again, unless they do something else. Well, if they don't own the House, the Senate, and the Congress, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So, and here's a problem I have, you know, I mean, everybody tells me I lean so far right all the time, which I probably do. Why wouldn't the Republicans want the average American to get $2,000? What was their thing that they didn't want that? I don't understand that. I do not understand that. So, But Boss Prepping just said 600 or 2,000 will not fix people's problems. It'll just buy more time. Exactly. That's all it's doing. It's a stopgap, and realistically, 600 bucks is nothing. That's not even going to pay a lot of people's rent for 1 month. It's not going to. But I wanted to tell people what I wanted to get into here tonight. Let's get back into what I really wanted to talk about. With this random act that this gentleman did, if it was random, and who knows what the whole story is, we don't even know, and we probably won't, okay? I think you're going to see more things like that happening. Be very careful where you're putting yourself. Don't put yourself out there in big public gatherings and those type of things. It would not shock me if more stuff like this happened. And yes, I'm talking directly about, the get together in Washington in January. It's funny. You have a lot of the people on the left are so concerned about the people on the right, okay, because of the fact, well, they're all armed. They all got guns, okay? And then you have the people on the right are concerned about the people on the left because they're irrational and they're crazy and they're not thinking clearly. And, these are the things that go back and forth all the time. Just because somebody's armed doesn't mean that they're going to go off and just go off on people. That's not the case. I think that, like I said, there's a lot of misconceptions. Now, are there absolute lunatic people on both sides? Yes, there are. There's extremist people on both sides. Those type of people are very, very dangerous because they do not use rational thinking. They are locked in to their way of thinking, either by what they're watching with, if they're watching Alex Jones, or if they're watching CNN. Okay, if that's their go-to channel, whoever it is, if that's their go-to channel, they're looking at things in this box right here, and that's it, and that's all they can see. So they're right. They're the righteous one. They're doing the right thing, and stuff. It's just like, okay, and I'm going to go back to something here, and I had huge issue with this. If you guys remember, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he was going around and he was killing abortion doctors. I think he definitely killed at least one abortion doctor. And a lot of the people were like, well, he did a good thing. Killing anybody is not the answer. That's not the answer, because you don't believe in a policy to kill somebody, to take somebody's life because they think differently than you. That's wrong. I don't care if you are 100% agreeing with the concept of why he did what he did. In his mind, he justified it in his mind, okay? And that's what a lot of people do. Justifying something doesn't make it right, okay? Killing people just because you don't like the way that they think or what they're doing, that doesn't make it right. So that's a huge issue, huge issue. And so, people need to think about that. They really, really do, because, we just, whatever happened, and again, I've said this before, I know, whatever happened, 2000 check Trump signed pandemic and spending bill to avoid shutdown came up on my phone in the UK. All right, well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But, yeah, like I said, I got to really have to see. What is somebody saying here? Have you seen the national video that shows that the RV was not the source of the explosion? And do you believe they actually found the vehicle identification number and all that rubble? I doubt that. I doubt they found yeah. If it exploded like it did, I had not seen that video, so I don't know. I had somebody tell me that they believed it wasn't the van. So I don't know, or the RV, I mean. So I don't know. Stop. Leave the kitties alone. It's not playtime. No. So, laser direct energy weapons. I've heard that too. And like I said, I can't sit on here and say, yes, that's what it is, because I don't know. I mean, there's always going to be speculation. Always going to be speculation. And it could be. I mean, it absolutely could be. I don't know. I can't say yay or nay. So, we just have to kind of, what can we do, right? With all this freaking craziness, all this insanity going on out here, people losing their minds, and people are losing their minds, folks. They are losing their minds like crazy. Again, suicides way, way, way up. Um, Ed said, Kitty, that means it's time to show them. Okay, I'll do it real quick with the cats. Hold on, guys. I'll do this real quick. Mr. Lucy, Mr. Max. Over there is, there she is. Miss Bella is laying over there, the big black lump. So, yeah. Those are the three that are in here with me right now. And, of course, the three dogs. So, but, it's just stay low, continue to get ready, avoid crowds, avoid people if you can. There is a lot of unstable people out there that in their mind, they are justified, they have an agenda, and they think that it is right. So definitely, definitely pay attention to that. We're in dangerous times. We're in uncharted territory and uncharted water. We really, really, truly are. Thank you for showing the cats. You're welcome. I know you guys like seeing the cats too. If they happen to be outside, if I do a video, then if the weather's not too bad, they're usually out there. When the weather's really cold, those cats are in this house. They are not going outside. So keep your head out of the toilets. Yeah, right. Again, stay steady, continue to get ready. We are heading into uncharted territories next year, because here's the problem that I want people to understand too. Again, let's say Trump signed both of these things. It only extends the protection until March. That's 3 more months. That's it. Okay. So it's not like, oh my God, this is over. Everybody's going to be great. At some point, I want people to remember this too. At some point, they're going to stop the protection for people that have not paid their rent, that have not paid their mortgages. There's going to be a point where people say, that's it, no more. And there's going to be a lot of people put out on the streets. There's going to be a lot of people foreclosed on at that point, and it'll take some time, but there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be affected by this. And that is not good. That's not good at all. And through no fault of their own, in the aspect of they've shut this country down. So many people have lost their jobs. There's no jobs to get for, what they were doing from where they were living. There's a mass exodus happening out of a lot of cities now, which is a smart thing. If you can afford to do it, I highly, highly encourage you to get out of the cities if you can do it. Because in my opinion, I don't know how much time we have. I don't. I will continue to work on my homestead and try to make it better, make it more efficient, for storage and everything else. And, I'm just going to keep working on things. And whatever time I have to do that, every day is a blessing. Every day that we're given that we can continue to get ready is a great thing, because the unknown is kind of scary. Hey, Andrew Pohl, just got a thing from Yahoo Finance saying Trump signed the stimulus bill. Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, so that's what I got too from Yahoo on my phone, was saying that he signed it. So, what do we got here? It said he signed both because his veto was going to be overruled anyway, and New York is announcing more moratoriums tomorrow until May 1st. Okay, well, if then that's, again, if he did sign both, it's a shame, in my opinion. Absolutely a shame. And it's a disrespect to the American people. And the fact that these freaking disgusting, vile human beings that are in the Senate and in the House approve this, and whoever wrote it, that's what we should know. Who put this together? Who were the congressmen and the senators that put this together with all this pork and crap in it? If he signed it, which is looking like he did, who are they? That's what we need to know, because that's the ones we need to get rid of. Those are the ones that need to be gone, because they're not looking out for America. When you're giving $1.3 billion to Egypt for their military, which they will turn around and they will buy Russian-made equipment, how does that help us at all in any way, shape, or form? That's what I would like to know. The egg count was 3. We already did the egg count earlier, and it was 3 eggs. So, yeah, I saw that Gillibrand did not vote for it. She voted against it. She was one of a few that voted against it. But they were putting a lot of pressure on him, I know, and they were vilifying him in the news about the whole thing too. But you know, again, let's find out who the ones that put this together, that rushed it through and screwed the American people. That's what we need to find out. And when the next election comes, take care of them as they should be. Get them out. Vote them out. So it was written by lobbyists. Yeah, but somebody had to tell them what to put in it. Somebody had to tell them what to put in it. So, no, they just didn't make things up on their own. The lobbyists did not just make it up on their own. So, that's where I would be at. Sad day. If they were both signed, it's a sad day for this country, because all it does realistically, and I want you to think about it, guys, it extends it for a little while, and then what? How many more stimuluses do we have that we can just continue to print more money and to make up money? At some point, it's going to come back and it's going to bite us in the behind in this country. It absolutely will. Absolutely is going to bite us in the behind. Okay. We're in big trouble. We're in huge, huge trouble in this country. And I don't think a lot of people really realize that, but I am very concerned moving forward. And I'm going to tell you what, I'll be honest, I hope I got 6 months a year. I hope I do, because I'm going to be in that much better shape 6 months and a year from now. Hey, Josh Gorf, Goff, because he signed it, more eyes were open to the amount of BS that was shoved in there. Oh, because he wouldn't sign it right away. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If he had just signed it, it would have just gone through, and a lot of people would have been like, "Yeah, okay, great." But because he didn't, well, but why? But why sign it now? That's what I don't understand. I really don't. I don't. I really don't. But thank you very much for the statement, and thank you very much for the donation as well. I do appreciate that. Like I said, I hope we get more time. I want to get things set up here so bad to get really squared away. Once I can get my aquaponics, get that greenhouse rocking full throttle, start really growing a lot more of my own stuff and getting things ready, so that when the spring comes in the summer and I can get those, I got more raised beds to put in. It's going to be, there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. And so I hope I have enough time. I'll be honest with you. Whatever we get is what we're going to have. That's the way it's going to go. Whatever amount of time that we have is what we're going to have. Just continue to prep, continue to get ready. Don't stop for any reason whatsoever. Don't stop, because there's too many unknowns out there. We don't know what's going to happen. And again, this is a temporary, if he signed both, which is looking like people are saying that he signed both, it's a temporary measure, and it's not taking care of the problem. The problem is this country needs to open back up, and people need to get back to work. That's the problem. And they continue to play games, and I think next year is going to be a freaking nightmare. I think it's going to be an absolute nightmare next year. But anyway, really quickly again, we're at 1,800 people in the chat. We're at 994 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. We should absolutely blow our record away here. We should be over 1,400 with the thumbs up today. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to do so to show support for the channel, and thank you very much for that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So it pushes us up higher in the rankings. So thank you for that reason as well. They're always looking at interaction. That's a big thing for them. So thank you for that reason as well. And again, the third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So that's why I'll always ask. So thank you for that reason as well. And again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. But yeah, there's no reason. We're going to go until 20 minutes after 9 tonight. There's no reason we shouldn't be over 1,400 people or 1,400 thumbs up. So do you think your wood stove is running too hot, or should you, oh, hold on a second. Uh, you should buy a temperature gauge for it. What I need to do in the piping going up, I got to put a damper in there. That's all I got to do. Because it runs hot. I damp it down underneath, which slows it down. But if I put a damper in the pipe itself, it's going to make a difference that way as well. So yeah, I do need to do that. But no, I'll tell you what. It's so today. I got to tell you what I actually. So we had plasticed off the one end of Mom and Becky's place. Okay, and they were like, "Oh my God, what a difference it made!" Because that part of the ceiling up in that loft is not finished. It was never insulated. Drywall wasn't put up there, anything. So that's got to be done, but they don't have the money to do that right now, so that's going to have to wait. So we plasticed that area off so that they weren't going to lose that heat through there. What I did today on the other end, they had in the bathroom there was like two holes to get up into the loft on that end, and that end again up there wasn't finished either. So I plasticed off that end today, those just over those two holes for them, so that way, and they already were like huge difference. So everything's plasticed off. So hopefully now they're not going to lose as much heat. The wood stove over is working great. They're really happy. Actually, she says to me tonight, she goes, "Oh my God, since you plasticed off that other end," she said, "I've had the window open for like 2 hours." I'm like, I always have the windows open. I like the cool air, but I like my house to be warm as well. So, but yeah, it's yeah, let's all quit paying our taxes. That would be nice if we could do that together, and support each other in doing that. That would be awesome. But people won't. People won't. You think about how badly we're taxed. It is absolutely ridiculous. We're taxed on our income. So whatever you make, you're taxed on that to start with. That's just your first set of taxes you're paying. Then you go to your gas station and you get gas. Well, that gas is taxed. The state and the federal government have whatever tax on there that they're throwing on there to generate more income. You go to the store and you buy clothes or whatever you want to buy. You have that tax on there for the state tax, right? New York State, I think, is 8%. So whatever you purchase, they tack on an extra 8% tax that goes right back to the state. It's insanity. I mean, every time you're turning around, you're taxed, you're taxed, you're taxed, and you're taxed some more. It's very, very sad. It's disgusting that you work so hard for your money, and then that's what they do. They nickel and dime you to death. They nickel and dime you to death. That's their whole goal. Heaven forbid that you actually enjoy life and don't have stress, and be able to take time to spend with your family. They don't want that. They don't want you around your children. They want to program your children with school and tell them how to think and what to do. That happens a lot. Why do you think more and more people are homeschooling? A lot more people are going, I don't like the mantra. I don't like the agenda. I mean, they don't even do the Pledge of Allegiance half the time in these schools anymore. They don't even do that. I mean, that's what I grew up doing that. We did it every morning. And again, was that indoctrination? Of course it was. Patriotism, of course it was. But that's what we grew up on. It was, but a lot of it came down to respect. That's what a lot of it came down to. When I was growing up, was a lot more respect. That's not there no more. People don't respect the elderly. They don't expect their elders. They don't respect their parents. They sure don't respect authority in any way, shape, or form. And don't get me wrong, there's example after example of bad policemen out there, but that's not the norm. I think most of the police officers out there are trying to do their job. They're trying to help people. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm giving you my opinion. There's always going to be bad cops. There's always going to be crooked cops. I don't care what profession that you are in. Nursing, firefighter, police officer, uh, tax accountant, you know, politician. Okay, doesn't matter what profession you're in. You're going to have some people that are 100% honest and have the right thought pattern and want to do good things. And you're always going to have people that are going to take advantage. If you're in a position of power where you can control people, that's what happens. A lot of people are looking to control. They want to do that. But again, you know, I'm going off here on a bit of a tangent, but I want to encourage people to continue to get ready. Again, I don't know how much time we got, guys. I can't make that prediction. You know, I just see things. There's no way. You look at what we've already done stimulus. So is this going to be the fourth stimulus package that they've done now? That's not going to be the end of it, especially if they shut down the country, here next year once again. We're going to have a lot more issues. We're going to have a lot more issues. And I think there's a lot of people that are in for a world of hurt. They're not prepared. They're not ready. They haven't thought this through. They haven't looked at the situation and said, oh my God, we're in scary times. We need to do something about it. People aren't thinking like that. They're just not. So, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it could be war next. You never know. You never know. Well, war is good for the economy. It really is. But again, with everything, we have until January sometime at most. You know what, Terrence Parker Jr. I don't agree with that. I would hope that we would have more time than that. I would hope we would have more time. But we're sitting on a powder keg. This is my opinion right now. We're sitting on a powder keg. We have this side over here and this side over here that are completely at odds with each other. They don't like each other. Again, why? Because the media has told us not to like each other. Okay. I don't like them because they believe in this. And I don't like them because they believe in that. Okay. There's no agreeing to disagree. Either I'm right 100% and you're 100% wrong. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. They want to be right. Well, you know what? You know what I want? I want to be left alone. That's what I want. I want to live in peace. I want to mind my own business. I want to take care of my family. I want to set up myself here to be as self-sufficient as I possibly can be. So when things go to total crap in this country, which I see coming, okay, it might not be 6 months from now. It might not be a year from now, but it might be. But whatever time that we have in between is an opportunity to put yourself in a better position to get ready for whatever is coming. And that's what we should all be working towards. That's what we should all be striving towards. Scary times are ahead, in my opinion. Just with what they say, just what they're putting out there. Okay. When you're talking, Biden is saying that once he gets in there, he wants to mandate 100 days of everybody has to wear a mask. That's total and complete control. Okay. Now I don't think he can do it, but again, you're going to have some people that are going to do it and some people are not going to do it. That's just a fact. That is a fact. Some people are going to go, screw you, I'm not doing it no matter what. And then you're going to get other people who are going to go, oh yeah, I'm just going to do what I'm told. I'm not going to make any waves. I'll give you a great example. So at Christmas, we went to my niece's and we were talking about the whole mask situation. And her boyfriend, my niece's boyfriend, nice kid. I like the kid. He's a hardworking kid. He works his butt off. He's taking care of my niece really well, raising her younger boys as his own, which, I got a lot of respect for that. A lot of respect because a lot of men don't stand up like that. But anyway, he told me, he goes, I just wear the mask because I don't want to have any issues with anybody. I don't want to hear anything. And that's not the right attitude to have. That's just going along to go along. Don't make waves. Do as I'm told. I don't want any problems. That's a problem. Read JJ's post. What did JJ say? Hold on a second. Let me go back here. What did I miss? Where was it? JJ, whatever you posted, post it again so I see it. So they rigged the election, allow us to go homeless, and in some cases go hungry. Wars have started for less. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't disagree there. We're in big trouble. We are in big trouble. We need to be ready, guys. Make those connections. Network. Get together with people and figure out what's going on, okay? Work together. We cannot do this by ourselves. None of us can. None of us can. People in TV commercials are wearing masks now. Unbelievable. Big government agencies reporting big cyber attack. NASA, Department of Treasury, Department of Health, Los Alamos Laboratories, and the U.S. Post Office. Wow. And there's the other thing, guys, with the cyber stuff going on and the cyber attacks. That's frightening in itself. Hugely frightening. If they can get in and shut us down, we're in trouble. We are too reliant on the power grid. We are not used to not relying on the grid. That's an issue. That is an issue. Have ways to have alternative power. Figure stuff out. Do your research. Learn, learn, learn. That's what I would encourage everybody to do. Get as much information as you can and learn as much as you possibly can. We got some interesting times moving forward. All right. Now, people are saying that he signed both. Okay, and if he did, then he did, and but that is a stopgap. That's all that is. Now Biden is talking. Oh, a much bigger stimulus is coming. Again, where's the money coming from? That would be my question. We can't just keep printing money and have it still be good. Okay, there will be a breaking point. Put your money, in my opinion, definitely get silver. Don't get gold. Get silver. Okay, get silver. Have some silver on hand, but have tradable, barterable items. Make sure you have plenty of clothing, boots, sneakers, plenty of socks, plenty of warm weather gear, depending on what part of the country you're in. If you can get wool blankets, get the wool blankets. That's going to be a lifesaver, okay? Water is always going to be number one. Have ways to purify water, several different ways to purify water. Food is number two. Get as much food stocked up. Get your freeze-dried food, and I don't care if you use Legacy. If you want to use Legacy, Mountain House, Augustin Farms, there's three of the best ones right there, okay? But get your freeze-dried foods. Get your canned goods. Make sure you have those. Make sure that you also have your beans and your rice. They are a staple. A lot can be added onto them. Depending on the time of the year when things would go bad, you'll be able to do a lot of foraging, okay? Get those books, get that information, wild edibles, because you can go out and you can have a great meal right in the woods, eating stuff right there, okay? And you can be full. Yeah, it's going to be all greens and stuff, but it's food, and it'll fill you up and it'll keep you alive. Those are things that people need to know. Get that information. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more viable you are, the better you make yourself available to a group that needs somebody that has that skill set, that has that knowledge. You can make yourself be very, very valuable to a group. Skills are important, very, very important. Hold on a second. I just wanted to see what Trump just issued a statement. He signed the bill, but increased the amount to $2,000 per person and $600 per child, and repealed the 230 and started an investigation into voter fraud. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for letting us know that. But again, I didn't like the fact that there was a lot of pork left in that, though. So how can we know what is a fair trade with someone? Yeah, again, bartering is a skill in itself. I love to haggle. I love going to garage sales, and I'll walk into a garage sale and I'll see something. I'll see the price that they have on it. I'll put a price in my mind. I'm always going to go lower than that price in my mind because I'm willing to negotiate up to where I want to be if I have to. Okay, it's a game. Bartering is a game, and you've got to be. What do you have that's worth something? Okay, that's all what it comes down to with bartering. So have things that people want. Look at the normal things that people are not prepping. Like a good thing would be razors. Having extra razors, for shaving, or women are still going to want to shave their legs, under their arms, and do that type of stuff. They're still going to want to, because it gives you a feeling of normalcy. That's important. Having plenty of soap, shampoos, those type of things. Those are going to be, believe it or not, those are going to be barterable things. Cigarettes, coffee, Um, liquor. I've talked about that. I have a good supply of liquor myself here. I'm not a huge drinker, but I have that type of stuff here because I'm ready. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be as ready as I possibly can be. All right, guys, we're at 1822 in the chat. We're at 1296 on the thumbs up. We got to get this. We got to go over 1500. If we get 1500, that'll be a new record for thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And thank you for doing that ahead of time. Also, the interaction really helps with the algorithms. It pushes us higher up in the rankings. So again, I would ask you to shoot a thumbs up for that reason as well. And thank you for that. Again, of course, the third reason is I love to see a lot of thumbs up. So that would be the third reason I would ask you to do that. And thank you ahead of time for doing that as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you for that as well. And I appreciate that. But yeah, we just need to stay calm. We need to stay focused. And I think that's what is important. And I think people need to remember that if we stay calm and we stay focused, pay attention to what's going on. Absolutely pay attention. Sean, the egg count was 3. The egg count was 3 today. Uh, Stay focused on what's going on, but continue to get ready. Don't let the distractions go, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Just be steady, 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 steady. Get the food, water, medical supplies. Medical supplies are going to be a very, very barterable thing as well. Okay. Now, who do you trust with bartering? There's another thing. That's a good question, right? Oh my God, SHTF has happened. Who do I trust? That is why networking now is so important. If you can connect with other groups, you don't have to be part of their group, but if you can have a relationship with them that you agree when something goes down that you plan on working together, okay? They may have something that somebody in their group prepped up out the wazoo that you didn't think about. And there's going to be those things. There's going to absolutely be those things. But if you can ahead of time think about that and go, okay, we have this, they don't have that, they want that. You're going to have something that somebody wants. Again, if you have somebody that knows how to fix shoes, something as simple as that, because shoes are going to wear out. So if you have somebody that can take leather, make moccasins, waterproof them, do all that type of stuff, that's a very, very valuable person to have. Very valuable. Okay. Again, and silver is always going to be a form of currency. The paper money that we have in an SHTF event, it's going to be worthless because it's not worth the paper it's printed on. But silver is still going to retain its value. Now, if you want to get gold, knock yourself out. I would rather put $1,500 into silver and have a ton of smaller coins. That if I go someplace and they say, yeah, it's going to be 3 quarters and 2 dimes. Okay, well I got that. I'll pay that. How am I breaking up that gold bar? Okay, so that's where it's kind of where I'm at with that. Okay, but it's just being smart, being ready, doing everything that you can do to make yourself valuable in a post event is really, really important. Okay, having a beacon, having someplace to go, have a reason to survive. If you have no reason to survive in a post event, you're not going to survive. You're not going to. If you have no motivation, no thought of where am I going to go, what am I going to do, how am I going to get there, okay? Without hope, we have nothing. Without hope, there's nothing. So you have to have something that you're striving for. Um, got silver now before you connect. Yeah, get silver now before you can't get it right. Exactly. I got 100 on black. There you go. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, roulette. That's the way to go. That's a great way to spend your money. You can do fractional gold, but like I said, I would rather have silver. I would rather have silver. Ed has a new camera, and the fan is vibrating when he leans forward. Yeah, it's weird. Well, let's see. There's back. That's weird how that does that. I don't know why it does that. I have no idea. JJ20 is 13 black. There you go. You know what? That's funny. When roulette, that was a number that I always played in roulette was 13 black. Always. I don't know why. I used to play 23. That was my ex-wife's birthday, and I actually hit several times playing that. So it's like a number that if I went to the roulette table, I would do that. I got better things to do with my money, to be honest with you. Finally got my prepper homestead. That is simple preparedness. Just said that. Awesome. Again, have goals. Don't have wishes. Have goals, and strive to make those goals happen. If your goal initially get food and water for 3 months, reach that goal, and then set a new goal. Okay? Don't have wishes. Wishes don't come true. I wish this. I wish I could do that. I wish. I wish. I wish. Well, here's an old saying, guys. Wish in one hand and crap in the other, and let's see which one fills up first. I think you figure out which one's going to fill up first. Okay? Have goals. That's it. Set your goals. Make them happen. I sit down at the beginning of every year and I'm like, okay, what do I want to get accomplished this year? What is my goals to get accomplished this year? And I try to work towards it. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Uh, Buy land, place a trailer on the land. Oh, hold on a second. Buy land, place a trailer on the land, stockpile food and water. Prepper Artie Franklin. I'm going to tell you what, that's how we started here. I bought the property. We started working on the driveway. Before we even had the driveway completely done, I ended up putting the camper in here. I put some stone down. I put the camper in place. So we had some place to go to in that emergency situation. And then we started putting some stuff up here at that point, but that took time. So, that's how that works, unfortunately. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to ask for another thumbs up here. We're almost at 1,500. Let's see how high we can get this thing up here today. We still have almost 1,700 people in the chat. We're at 1,481 on the thumbs up. So I want to do one more push here. Let's see where we can go. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that to show support for the channel. Thank you very much ahead of time for that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction we have, the better it's going to be they push us in the rankings. So thank you for that reason as well. And of course, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. Not going to lie. Yep. Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. Exactly. Also, if you're not subscribed, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right. If wishes were horses, beggars could ride. Yeah, right. I like that. But again, thank you ahead of time. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So, but guys, I know it's nerve-wracking, everything that's going on. It can be very, very scary. It can be very intimidating. If we just are smart and continue to move along methodically, and I know that can be maddening, but it's amazing how much you can accomplish if you just are steady. The number of people on here that have told me throughout the years, I just took your advice and I worked at it slowly, and now I got 6 months. I have a year's worth of food. That makes me happy. And I'm going to tell you why when I hear those stories, it makes me happy, because it means there's one less victim out there. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see victims. I want to see people being proactive and helping themselves. That's important. While we have that opportunity, do everything you can do to help yourself. Because I'll tell you what, when the time comes, we're going to be on our own. And it's going to be a scary, scary place out there with desperate and scared people. They're the most dangerous people out there. We've talked about this a lot of times. The most dangerous people are not your big bad bikers, or not your ex-military dudes that have all the skills. It's the people that are desperate and scared. Those are the most dangerous people. And it's coming to that. Too many people are not ready. So the more of us that we can get ready, the more of us that we can be prepared, it's going to give you an advantage, and it's going to put you in a position to survive. And not only survive, you want to thrive. I want to try to keep things as normal as I possibly can. That's my goal, to keep things as normal as I possibly can, to survive whatever's coming, and to just look out through the other side and make it there. When things go totally crap, I probably won't leave this property for a very, very long time. Probably not for a very long time, because there's going to be way too much to do. There's going to be things to take care of. There's going to be people that, that are relying on me, and I'm going to be there for them. And that's just a fact. All right, so we're going to do this really quickly because we're already at 13 minutes after 9. We are legion because we are many. We're a huge network of people. We're a huge family. We're the Prepper Nurse One community. Where is everybody from tonight? So we have Eastern Tennessee, but he's in Connecticut. Okay. Boston, Mass, Stark County, Ohio, Austin, Texas, Western California, Texas, Anderson, South Carolina, Hawaii, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Melbourne, Australia, Buffalo, New York, New Zealand, Northeast Georgia. We have, this is going by really fast. We've seen Denver, Virginia, West Virginia, Northern Georgia, South Carolina, Puerto Rico, very cool. Middle Tennessee. Saw Pennsylvania go by again. Wyoming, Albion, New York, Eastern North Carolina, Boston. Let's see, we have Ohio going by again, London, Arizona, Canton, Ohio, the Everglades in Florida, very cool. Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. We have Michigan, Kansas City, Canton, Ohio, Dublin, Ohio. Let's see, we have Hawaii again, Nowhere, Oklahoma. Oh my goodness, this is going so fast. Michigan, Ashoyo something, Michigan. I missed that. Raleigh, North Carolina, Portland, Oregon, Hamilton, West Virginia, Eastern Oregon, Central Florida. We have Nowhere, Oklahoma. Let's see, Brooking, Oregon, Ulster Park, New York, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, St. Pete, Florida, Hamlin, West Virginia, BC, Canada, Northeast Indiana, Cincinnati. Let's see, Quebec up in Canada, very nice. Northern Illinois, Harmony, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Ohio, Gatlin, Pennsylvania. We have Texas again, the Big Island on Hawaii, Western New York, Wisconsin, Mexico, Paris, Texas, Mississippi, Christmas Valley, Oregon, the Adirondacks. Let's see, Wisconsin, Stillwater, Oklahoma, Northern Oregon, Mesa, Arizona, Illinois, Washington, Beech Grove, Indiana, Northwest Indiana, Saskatchewan, Canada, very nice. Let's see, Vermont, Norway, very cool. Montreal, Canada, Beech Grove, Indiana. So, guys, again, all over the United States, all over this country, we're a huge network of people, all over the world. I mean, we're all over the place. We are survivors. We are the ones that are going to make it long term if we continue to be smart, continue to get ready. We're a huge, huge network. There's so many people. There's more people waking up every single day, which is just absolutely awesome, in my opinion. The more people that are awake, the more people that are ready. That means less victims. It means more people that are ready to do what they need to do to survive. That is an awesome thing. And if I could be a small part of that, helping to wake people up, that's awesome to me. Absolutely awesome to me. And I am blessed to be able to be in a position, in a situation to do that. And I'm very, very fortunate. I've said that many, many times. Also, I got to mention this really quickly. So the Cowboys win again today, 3 in a row. Okay. If they win next week and Washington loses next week, they will win the division with a 7-9 record, which is horrible. But the last 2 weeks in a row, they've won, and every other team in their division has lost. So now they're tied with Washington right now, which is just, the whole division sucks. It really does. But I'll tell you what, I got to root for my guys. I got to root for them. So, yeah, we're at 1,600 on the thumbs up. We're at 1,605. Unbelievably awesome. That's crazy. That's a lot of thumbs up, which is awesome. I had a great crowd in here tonight. I want to thank everybody for being in here. You guys are awesome. Great questions in the chat, great statements, and I do appreciate that. Obviously, I can't get to everybody. I wish I could, but when you get to huge crowds like that, it goes so fast. It's unbelievable. I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely outstanding job keeping the chat clean. I think it was pretty clean tonight, guys. Yes, I hope. With a large crowd too, which is awesome. So, and I apologize early for people who were saying that he signed it, and I'm like, okay, stop, because I hadn't heard anything. But I apologize for that, for jumping the gun. So, but also, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That is so important to remember, and I think people lose sight of that. They really do. We're one race called the human race, and as soon as we can focus on that, everybody in the world realistically wants the same thing. They want to be loved. They want to take care of their families. They want to live their lives, and they want peace. That's what's awesome. Okay. Unfortunately, not everybody feels that way. So the government, they're always going to keep us fighting against each other, which is wrong. We got to stop that. Okay. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. And of course, STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. And I really want you guys to take this to heart. Keep focused, keep prepping, keep getting ready, follow your dreams, whatever they may be. It doesn't always have to be prepping or living off grid. Whatever you're trying to accomplish in the life, you can do it as long as you stay focused and stay driven. Do not listen to negative people that want to tell you what you can and cannot do. You can do anything you want to do. Okay. So we're going to go one last push here before I jump off. We're at 1644. Just for fun, let's see if we can get that up to 1700 on the thumbs up. I don't know if we got that many people to get it up that high. But again, if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, guys, I would ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. Let's see if we can get it close to 1700 before we get off of here. Again, it really does help with the algorithms too. Great interaction tonight, great comments, great feedback. Again, you guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody being in the chat. It's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy it. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? If I didn't like what I was doing, I wouldn't do it. So I appreciate all of you being here. Again, thank you very much. I appreciate. What are we at? 1669. So we need 31 more. Do we got it in here, guys? Got one of the cats ready to go out too. I hear him. I got to do my job here in a minute. So one last push. Let's see if we can get that up there. We're 23 away. Let's see if we can get it up to 1700 before we jump off of here. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would also ask you to please do that to show support. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time for that. All right, what do we got? 1690. We need 10 more, guys. 10 more thumbs up. Oh, okay. I'll show the shirt again real quick. It says, well, you can see it. You never see a motorcycle outside a psychiatrist's office. That was sent to me by one of my subscribers, so thank you very much, whoever sent the shirt. I get shirts all the time, so I think it's really, really cool. All right, we did it. We hit 1700 on the thumbs up, guys. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great night. I will see you later. Continue to prep. Continue to get ready, okay? I will talk to you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.